Hi, I'm Jenna and I'm 40 years old. I've been through a lot with my in-laws mistreating me like many other women have. But my experience is unique because I found a way to stand up for myself. I want to share my story to help others facing similar struggles. It all began when my husband told me, "I have something important to tell you." "What's wrong, honey? Is everything all right?" "No, I'm scared. I saw my mom and sister do something really bad." "What? What did they do?" "I finally understand. I don't think these women have your best interests at heart, and I'm truly sorry for not believing you before." Micah was talking about all the times when Gladys and Hannah, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, treated me unfairly. They would ruin my outfits for special events, mess with my food and drinks to embarrass me, and even spread lies about my successful business, all because they resented me for marrying their son and brother. I had complained to Mako about their behavior countless times, but he never took me seriously. However, in this moment, he finally did. "Well, what changed your mind?" "I saw this." Mako showed me security camera footage from our business. My husband and I sell crocheted items, like baby clothes and purses. It's a business I started and have been passionate about, but Gladys and Hannah always tried to discourage me from pursuing it. "Are you sure you should be involved in this business? It's not going to succeed, especially with your lack of expertise." "Excuse me?" What she means is that you're not capable enough to handle this business. You should just give up and focus on being a housewife or finding a regular job. Starting a business is too difficult for someone like you. You understand what I'm saying? These women always tried to stop me from doing things that made me happy. I think they were jealous because why else would they behave so horribly? My suspicions about them being mean finally became clear when they tried to embarrass me. Even when I showed my ruined dress to my husband, begged him to taste my tampered food, and proved their lies about my business, he didn't believe me. He had to see it for himself. And finally he did. The video Micah showed me was shocking. I couldn't believe people would do something so terrible. In the video, we could see two masked women, one taller and one shorter, vandalizing our building with spray paint. Take a closer look. Notice the lady with the necklace. I looked closer, and it seemed like Gladys' unique necklace that Micah brought her from Fiji. I understand now. Who else could it be? They look so similar. I believe you now. Tears welled up in my eyes. I felt both angry and hurt because it took him so long to believe me, but I also felt relieved that someone finally understood my struggles. I didn't want to tell him about this because they were his family. I couldn't just speak badly about them or take them to court for the damage they caused. But I did want to get back at them, and I had been thinking about how to do it for a long time. Suddenly, Micah's phone rang, and it was Hannah. "Speak of the devil, right?" He answered and talked to her for a bit. When he hung up, he said, "So, Hannah just told me that Uncle Peter is back from his trip, and Mom wants to have a big family gathering since a lot of people are home for the summer." "Okay, when? This weekend?" "Are you going to talk to them about what we saw in the video?" "I want to, but it's hard for me. They're my mother and my sister, you know. But if you want to confront them, I'll support you in any way I can." The weekend arrived and Micah and I got to Gladys' house early to help prepare for the big family gathering. Uncle Peter was everyone's favorite, so his return after a long absence would be a special occasion. When we arrived, I noticed that both Hannah and Gladys' attitudes changed from happy and smiling to jealousy and disgust. "Oh, you two are here early." "Yeah, Mom, we wanted to lend a hand. We know there will be a lot of guests today. Aren't you sweet? We're happy to help." As I spoke, Hannah and Gladys both turned their gaze toward me, giving me looks as if I had done something wrong. But they couldn't prove it yet. "Oh, Jenna, it's awful that your lovely business was vandalized like that. I saw it on my way here. Such a tragedy." "Absolutely dreadful, indeed. Even a child could sense that these women were up to something sneaky. Despite their outward concern, they seemed unusually cheerful, almost gleeful. I even caught them trying to suppress a laugh. But I had to stay quiet. I didn't want to cause a scene just yet. I was determined to get my revenge at the right time, so for now, I bided my time. I know it's just terrible. We're both wondering who could have done such a thing. Yeah, it was really upsetting to see something we put so much effort into being damaged like that." "Right, but don't worry, the police will investigate." "The police? Why involve them for such a small crime? It's probably just some kids messing around. No need to make a big deal out of it." "Oh, Hannah, it's kind of you to care about these supposed troublemakers. but they should still face consequences for their actions. They knew what they were doing. I agree with Hannah. We all did silly things as teenagers. Let's not dwell on it. Come on, let's focus on getting everything ready for the party. I could sense that they were nervous, trying to brush off the whole incident after asking so many questions about it. Micah and I exchanged a knowing glance and joined in to help with the party preparations. We spent the whole morning and early afternoon setting up, cooking, and cleaning. By 3 p.m., family members started arriving for the reunion. After finishing our tasks and relaxing a bit, Micah pulled me aside. I have something for you. It's a hidden microphone. I want you to wear it. What? Why? What's going on? I'm not strong enough to confront my mother or sister. I'm sorry I'm not as assertive as you want me to be, but maybe this is better. If you expose them, you'll get all the credit. You've always been stronger than me. Wear the mic and approach them. You might uncover something and get justice. I won't stop you. I appreciated Micah's support, even though I wished he would be more confrontational. With that, I put on the mic, hit record, and went to find those two troublemakers. I finally found them talking in the kitchen, deep in a heated discussion. Before I entered, I listened at the door to hear what they were saying. She's on to us, Mom. Did you see the way she looked at us? Stop it, Hannah. You're overreacting. She doesn't know it was us. I swear, Mom, she knows everything. Okay, calm down. Even if she suspects something, what can she do? Micah loves us, and she loves Micah. If she did find out, she'd probably tell him. And then Micah would just brush it off, saying she's imagining things. That's what's been working for us so far, hasn't it? What do you mean? Remember when we ruined her dress before her crush at business pitch? Or when we messed with her food and drink? She told Micah about it. There's no way she didn't share her suspicions with him. But because he loves us, he overlooked it. He'll do the same now. I couldn't stand their villainous conversation any longer, so I burst into the room. Even though I'd been recording everything, I was worried the microphone hadn't picked up enough evidence. I needed to get closer to gather more proof against them for my revenge. Hey, you two, Uncle Peter will be here soon. Do you need help with anything else? Jenna, you scared us. Yes, Jenna, I have a weak heart. Don't startle me like that again. Apparently not weak enough. What did you just say? Oh, it's nothing. Just that you seem pretty energetic for someone your age. Energetic? How so? Well, I could have sworn I saw you doing something active recently. Maybe it was a dream, but I remember seeing you in black clothes, wearing a mask. They paused for a moment, catching on to what I was implying. Bingo. Yeah, I think you were up to something quite serious. What exactly are you implying? I think you know exactly what I mean, Gladys said, closing the door for a more private conversation. What are you trying to suggest? Hannah asked. I'm not trying to suggest anything. Well, we have no idea what you're talking about, so stop now. I'm not sure. Honestly, I think I might have also seen someone else with their face covered, along with the other person, doing something illegal. What a shame. I hope they catch those criminals soon. Anyway, Mom, I think we should leave now. Not so fast, Hannah. I want you both to see something. What's that? I then showed them the video footage that Micah had shown me. Oh, you caught the vandals. Well, now that we know who they are, there's no need to look into it any further. Let's just drop the issue. Jenna, you're being unbearable with this. Vandalism happens to other buildings too, you know. Yeah, Jenna, just move on. It's not worth all this fuss. Actually, ladies, I think it is a big deal. I found something interesting in this video. Take a closer look. Both of them leaned in and zoomed in on the phone screen to see what I was talking about. The horror and shock on their faces confirmed all my suspicions. They were the ones who had vandalized my building. I knew it, Mom. Quiet. This doesn't prove anything. Who else has this necklace, ladies? I can't handle it anymore. Okay, it was us. Hannah, don't you dare say another word. Well, Mom, she's figured it out. I don't know what you want me to say. Yes, Jenna, we did it. We damaged your business. But what are you going to do about it? Yeah, Jenna, there's nothing you can do in this situation. We know that Micah cares more about us than he does about you. So even if you try to take action, he won't punish us because he loves us. He really does love you guys, and he probably won't do anything. But sweetie, why do you think I won't? Do you think I'm afraid of you too? You mess with my business, which is like my child. I won't let you off the hook. Gladys and Hannah both tried to grab the phone from me, but thankfully I was faster and managed to escape. Come back here, you foolish girl. Even if you grab the phone, the dad is already backed up, so there's no point in fighting me unless you want to worsen your already weak heart. Don't you dare provoke my mom. Do you think you're funny? Do you think you're clever? Give us the data now, or else I'll... What? Huh. What will you do? I'll hurt you in ways you never imagined. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Please don't hurt me. You cheeky little thing. We were running around the kitchen until I finally opened the door. It's a good thing I did because right outside was Micah. Help. Your mom and sister are acting crazy. I came to tell you that Uncle Peter is here. What's happening? I'll tell you what's happening. Your wife is falsely accusing us of damaging her business, and she's threatening us. That's not true. Tell them, Micah. There was silence. Micah looked upset, struggling to speak clearly. I know you're not used to arguing with your mom and sister, or arguing at all for that matter, but I need you to stand up for me, your wife, right now. Please. Still there was silence, and Micah looked dejected. I felt a pang of disappointment. You see, honey, Micah will always side with us, not you. He loves us more. Now that's not fair. I love you all equally. You're all important to me, which makes it tough to decide. Decide what? Why not choose honesty? We both know it. You're the one who showed me the footage. What, Micah? Why would you do that? Because it's my business too, and what you did was wrong. Not just this incident, but all the other times you've hurt my wife. You need to stop, please. We'll forgive you. Speak for yourself. I'm still going to press charges. Not while I'm here. Just then, Uncle Peter, our respected guest of honor, walked in. He seemed happy but also worried because we were all here while everyone else was waiting for the celebrations to start. Oh, Peter, my dear, it's wonderful to see you. You look great. Yes, we'll start the celebrations soon. Let me take you to your special seat. Tell me all about your trip. We're not done with you, Jenna. If you try anything, I promise we'll make sure Micah divorces you. Why do you talk to Micah like he's a child? He's a grown man who can make his own choices. He wouldn't divorce me just because you tell him to, right, honey? You see, he hesitated, dropping his head for the second time in 5 minutes. I really did date a wasp. I stormed off angrily and went to the big dining table where about 30 people were sitting. I sat down, seething but trying to stay calm. Soon after, Micah and Hannah joined me. But I stayed quiet, even though Micah seemed like he wanted to say something. I was too angry at him. Eventually, Gladys and Uncle Peter arrived, and we all celebrated. Despite the uncomfortable fight earlier, the festivities began. While we were eating, my anger boiled inside me, and I couldn't hold it in any longer. Attention, everyone. I have something important to say. There are 2 people here who have always hated me, who tried to make my life miserable. Some of you might already know, but I'll make sure you all understand. I played the recording from our earlier argument for everyone to hear. People gasped and looked shocked at what they were hearing. Hannah and Gladys were frozen in their seats, denying everything and accusing me of lying. The dinner turned chaotic. I yelled at Gladys and Hannah, and they yelled back. The other adults at the table tried to figure out what was happening. Micah, as usual, stayed silent. That is, until he heard sirens, and then everyone went quiet. The police were on their way to the house. What have you done, you wretch? I'll get you. I didn't do anything. I did. I'm the one who called thee. Mom, Hannah, you need to face the consequences for what you've done. I called the police on you, and they have a warrant for your arrest, because I secretly recorded the conversation that Jenna played for everyone. We've all seen how Mom and Hannah treat Jenna, but none of us said anything, especially me. Jenna is my wife, and from now on, I'm standing by her side because she's been proven right. Mom, Hannah, please cooperate. At that moment, the police entered the house and arrested Gladys, who cursed and yelled as she was taken away. Hannah tried to run but was caught by the police. Both women were embarrassed as they were dragged out of the house. They glared at me, calling me names, and at Micah, accusing him of betrayal. After Hannah and Gladys left, the night continued, albeit a bit awkwardly. We all opened up about how toxic they were. Even Uncle Peter joked that he'd rather be in prison than be around them. We laughed and enjoyed the rest of the family reunion without them. Throughout the night, some family members received calls from a local jail. Knowing it was Hannah and Gladys, some answered and told them they needed to learn a lesson. Others pretended the network was down, and many simply refused to take the calls. Micah and I grew closer after he supported me by calling the police. Hannah and Gladys paid a fine for the damages and are out of jail, but their egos took a hit. When we see them now, they look ashamed and afraid instead of jealous and disgusted, which suits me fine. Revenge has never felt so satisfying.